we'll be studying the concept of conflict of interest in this video. What do you think? What do you mean by conflict of interest? Just give a thought to the concept, just give a thought to the term conflict and then interest. It is very clear from the terminology itself that there is a conflict between two or multiple interests. So, what are these multiple interests? For a civil servant, there may be many interests, but what appears or what is apparent from this terminology is one is a private interest or an individual interest or related to a person, and another is a public interest of the society. So, as the terminology suggests, it is a conflict between these two interests, that is the personal interest or the private interest and the public interest. Now, private interest, what do you mean by private interest? So, it is an interest of an individual self, it is an interest of a family, it is an interest of your relatives, it is an interest of your friends, which you are catering to when you are in the service. So, that means you are catering to your private interest. When you are not supposed to do it, then also you are doing your private interest or you are catering to your private interest. As against this, what is public interest? Public interest is you are recruited here in the civil services for the public interest, for the betterment of the society, for the interest of the people which will affect to their day-to-day lives. So, when you don't understand or when you don't want to understand the difference between these two, there is a conflict which occurs. I will give you a very simple example to understand this whole concept. Say you are an IAS officer and there is a recruitment process that is going on in your district. Now, your wife says when you go home that her younger brother, don't take it otherwise, but this is just an example, her younger brother will be there in an interview stage where you are a member of the interview panel. Now, she insists that if he is of caliber, you please select him over and above the others. Even if some ties happen, so you please select your brother-in-law. So now you are in a catch-22 situation. Now what will you do? If you don't listen to your wife, definitely you will have it. But at the same time, you are not supposed to listen to your wife, because though it will cater to your family, but it is against the principle. It is against the principle of objectivity. It is against the principle of rationality. Now, as an administrator, when you are going to conduct an examination and you are a member of an interview panel, you are supposed to give equal justice to each and every member who is coming to you for the interview. Now, if you become biased person just because of one single relationship, one single, say, a suggestion or an obligation or something from your family member, and if you are becoming a biased and you are not able to differentiate between these responsibilities of yours, say responsibility as an administrator, then definitely there is a conflict of interest. Now you will say that you are also responsible for your family, but when you are on that chair, when you are supposed to be doing a public service, when you are catering to the public need, that need comes first, that public need, public trust, public benefit, public society or the benefit of the people comes first rather than your personal interest. So this is what a broadly conflict of interest. When you are able to resolve these dilemmas, these conflicts between these two interests, public and private interest, then definitely I'll say you have understood the concept of conflict of interest. And this concept will be mentioning in many of the topics or chapters of this book.